Hello, I'm Taimur Nabili in Doha with the stories making headlines on Al Jazeera. The International Court of Justice in The Hague has ruled that the declaration of independence by Kosovo in 2008 did not violate international law. Serbia does not accept the breakaway move. It had asked the court for a ruling. Typhoon Chantu has lashed southern China with 126 km/h winds and torrential rain. It follows weeks of rain that's caused widespread flooding and landslips in the country. More than 1,000 people have died or are missing. Melissa Chan is in Jiangxi province, beside the swollen Yangtze River.
We're downstream from the Three Gorges Dam. The Three Gorges Dam that was built in part because it was meant to control the flooding. Now, it's been tested once this week already, and the Three Gorges Dam did pass that test. But with the rainfall coming in the next 48 hours, it will have to face yet another test. And we'll know whether that has been successful or not by seeing whether more of this have been submerged.
And China's dealing with another environmental emergency, an oil spill in the Yellow Sea. Tons of crude oil has leaked from a pipeline into the waters off the port city of Dalian after an explosion there last week. Tony Bertley is there.
The authorities say they've cleaned up something like 400 tons of crude oil so far. That represents something like 25%. But as you can see on this beach, which is not one of the worst affected, oil is starting to seep through gradually. It's been closed now to the public. But out here you'll see an armada of fishing boats, and they're dragging out this floating boom out there at about 2 or 3 kilometers to try and stem the flow of the oil. And as you see, it's coming through. It's not being totally successful, but this is 6 days after the explosion of the pipeline. That has now been fixed. We're told no more oil is coming through, but we don't know exactly the extent of it.
Police in Bangladesh are clamping down on the thousands of dilapidated and dangerous vehicles that clog Dhaka's congested roads. Buses are among the many old and rusty vehicles that are being targeted in the crackdown. But that's making some locals angry. They say thousands of commuters depend on the cheap form of transport and look to be losing their ride. Well, you can find out all the latest on those stories and much more at our website, aljazeera.net/English.